Hello there, this is Through It All. This is where we share about real life issues. We've had people that, have gone through stuff. We all go through different situations in life, circumstances, challenges, pain, discouragement. And then I find so many people in my journey of ministry and life that have given up hope, that are discouraged, that feel like life is not working, and because of what they have been through. But again, here we come to say, you are not a subtotal of what you have been through. There is a future, there is today, there is tomorrow, and what you have been through can be a stepping stone. You can use that as a ladder to go to higher levels. Instead of being stuck there, you can still rise and go higher. So I welcome you. Thank you for joining us in this wonderful program, and have no doubt your life, will be changed. Be encouraged. You find hope and strength even through these programs. Today I have wonderful young ladies, if I may call them young ladies, that have gone through some issues in life. They'll share with us their testimony from the young people's perspective, because we've had parents and we hear their story, but today we have young people. So karibuni. How are you doing?
Fine.
I'm so fine.
Where do we start? We start with the older one. I don't know who is older. Do you know who is older between you? Who is older?
Okay.
Who is older? You are?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then you qualify. They say you respect your elders.
Yes.
All right. Okay. You can tell us who you are. Look at that camera. Just introduce yourself and tell us your names and where you come from.
Well, thank you for this opportunity. My name is Medie Njeri Kamau. Mi natokea huko Murang'a kwa mlima sasa.
Kule mlimani.
Yes.
Aya.
I am the firstborn of 5. Yes, through it all, I have learned resilience, responsibility, and faith. Yes, thank you.
Wow. You're a firstborn of 5.
Yes.
So the others must be quite young.
Yes.
Because you still look young.
Yes.
Are you single, married, waiting, looking?
I'm engaged.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, what does that mean? Congratulations.
Thank you. It means I have someone waiting to be married. Yes.
Wow. Are you looking forward?
Forward to be married?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard people say nowadays, especially the young people, they say, oh, marriage is tough. I don't want to get married. I'd rather be single. Why do you think you want to be married?
Because wenye wanasema ni hard and it's not easy. Well, it might not be easy, but I want to try it anyway.
Nataka kujaribu.
Yes.
Ni kujaribu ama umeamua?
Nimeamua.
Naweza kuwa unataka kujaribu lakini ukiona ni ngumu.
No. Ni kujaribu na kukaa hapo. Yes.
How did you get there? Like, how has it been, that journey of being a youth? Waiting that somehow one day you'll get somebody. How has it been for the last few years?
Well, yeah, it has not been easy.
Okay.
At some point I felt like I have said, I'm firstborn of 5.
Okay.
So I have like 2 really young children, siblings.
How old are they?
They are now teenagers.
Oh.
Yes, they are now teenagers, and since they were young, I was still at my age of 21 when I started taking the responsibility of them. And at that time, they were about 8 and 7 years old.
Wow.
So unapata sometimes you want to be in a relationship, but unapata ni kama niko na watoto si mimi niliwazaa.
Kuna watoto unalea.
Yeah, niko na watoto, and how will that person take them? How will it be for them? Yes, so it has not been easy.
We'll come back and learn more when you say uko na watoto. Tutajua ulipataje hawa watoto.
Yeah.
So thank you, welcome.
Thank you.
Today we can call you Medie.
Yes.
All right, let's go to the next young girl, and here you can introduce yourself. Karibu.
Asante sana, and thank you for this opportunity. I have many names actually, from the lakeside.
Oh, you're from the lakeside?
We have more than 5. So the ones in the birth certificate are 4: Beverly, Catherine, Peace, Adhiambo. Then I adopted
Beverly,
Catherine, Peace,
Adhiambo.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
Mnapenda majina?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I took my dad's surname, Mboya.
Oh,
yes.
So you have 5?
Yeah.
My goodness. Wow.
Exempting.
That's hard to memorize. Okay.
Yeah.
So for this program, what do we call you? What do you prefer?
Beverly. Beverly. Okay, yes.
Okay, Beverly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm Beverly, a firstborn also in a family of 3. So yeah, we were blessed to be only girls. Yes, and my dad was a pastor, then my mom was a teacher. Yeah, and we lived in Kisumu County. First we lived in Kisumu, then we relocated to a place called Ahero. Then that's that's the place where I've spent much of my teenage until around 14 years. Yeah, it's when now I went back to, so my father's place is in Migori County.
Migori, yeah.
Yeah, so after 14 years now is when we shifted now to Migori County. That's when now I also experienced our home, my ancestors' place was like. Yes.
Oh, okay. So you're born the lakeside.
Yes, I'm born
where
in the
we
lakeside.
get fish from.
Yeah.
You like fish?
So much.
What kind of fish do you like?
I prefer the tilapia fried, not the one that is just cooked. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Fried.
Yes.
Omena?
Yes, but I'm not that much of a fan of omena, but
maybe you don't know how to make it.
No.
You don't know how to make it.
No, just from childhood, I really never loved it. Reason why, my mom now is from the lakeside.
Yeah.
So my granny, so the father to my mom, used to come and visit with a sack of omena. So it's just
a full sack of omena.
Yeah. So no.
So you ate it until.
Yeah, it became so. No.
A sack? What do you mean? I mean, like you'd eat it for how long?
I can't remember because we were very young, but I also think my mom used to give neighbors, because that's too much. As much as even omena doesn't go,
it
doesn't
sounds like
go bad.
cereal, like maize and beans.
Yes. Not the bigger sack, like a smaller sack.
Yeah.
Talking about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Welcome. Very nice to meet you. And you said you are how the other? I mean, you said you are the firstborn. The others are how old?
My immediate follower is 25. My immediate follower is 23. Then our last born is 15. Yeah.
You said you're 25.
Yes.
I caught that.
Yes.
Okay. 25, single, married, waiting.
25 single at the moment. Yeah.
She said she's engaged, not for you.
Not yet.
So what are you doing with yourself?
At the moment, okay, I'm one person who's, I've been running away most of it from relationship because I think my experience of losing people earlier, to get myself to get attached to somebody has become so scary. So it's something I've been running away for a long time.
Wow.
Yes, and also going through that journey, because when you look to self, you realize there are a lot of things in you that still needs work. because during my childhood period, okay, now after my parents died, my mom died when I was 9. Then my mom...
Tell us more about that. I mean, you're saying you don't have parents?
Yes.
Oh, sorry about that. What happened? Maybe you can recap that for us.
Okay, so while growing up, actually before even my parents' demise, as a child, I think I had the dream twice. Like we were sleeping in the house, then the house was infested with water. Then like crocodiles were inside.
Wow.
Then during that period, my parents were trying to save us. Then they managed to save us, but they didn't make it. So I had the dream more than twice, and like a child, you'd think that these are just nightmares. I never thought, I gave it a second thought.
Yeah.
Then maybe later on in life is now when it's like God was giving me a dream that it was gonna happen.
Wow.
And they
How old were you then?
I was, is it either 6? I can't remember the age, but it was before they died. It's either 6, 7 there.
Very early.
Yes, it was very early.
Wow.
So I never really shared with anybody because my thought was it is just nightmares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a bad dream. You don't want to think about it. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, then now after my mom gave birth to our last born, then after... I remember we were going to school. They left her home at night because I remember my dad coming very early in the morning to prepare us to go to school and telling us that my mom has gone to give birth. Then later when we came in the evening, we found the new baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were so happy, joyed. Then after a while, it was before the first month ended, my mom started developing issues. I really don't know what the cause was.
Wow.
But now she was admitted to the district hospital in Kisumu. Then she stayed there for over a week.
Wow.
Then at that moment, we were staying because my dad was the one. We were living in Aero. It's kind of a distance before you reach Kisumu.
Yeah.
So we were left with the neighbors. The place we were staying, it was 3 homesteads in there. The homes in the countryside, the lands are big.
Yeah.
So we were only 3 homestead there, so 3 families. So they left us to the immediate neighbors. Then after a while we came, there's also a sister of my dad who stayed in Kisumu. Then I think it was before, my mom passed on a Friday. So we went to Kisumu.
After how long? After giving birth, how long?
That first month.
Within a month?
Yeah, she died. She passed on that first month.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, my.
Yeah, so it was on a Thursday we went to visit her. Then that night after we visited her, she passed at night.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
What was the issue? Did you get to know what happened?
To be honest, I've never really known what really transpired. Because when we went to see her, she had already gotten well. She was going to be discharged the next day.
Yeah.
Then now we get the news the next morning on Friday, that Friday morning that she had passed on at night.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
And leave a baby of less than a month.
Yeah, yes, she was, yeah. When we see her, we just see God, because, because that first month she just took the breast milk for just a few times.
Yeah.
A few weeks. Then when my mom was in the hospital, now they started giving her the duka, maziwa ya duka.
Yeah.
Yeah, they buy the boil, then she's being fed. Yeah, so that's how my mom passed on. Then...
And this time you're about 7
I was
years?
9. No,
9
I was
years.
9 years then.
About 9 years.
Yes, 9. I was in class 4.
Class 4, okay.
Yes.
So you're 9 years without a mother.
Yes.
What happens?
Yeah.
Is your dad living with you now?
Yes, we went and stayed. So the neighbors, they were really helpful during that season, because that season of that season when the baby is still young, there are a lot of sleepless nights and stuff. Yeah, the baby would cry at night. Then the neighbors, the wife. The good thing was also our neighbor, her child wasn't that older. He had a boy also.
Yeah.
He was still breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she would come because when she's called Blessing, her last born.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, so when Blessing would cry so much at night, she'd come, knock, and take her and go and sleep with her. Like, I can say that she literally raised at that age.
Wow, that's a neighbor.
Yes.
A very
she was
good
a neighbor. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so we managed to survive for the year. Then now come next year around, was it March or April? So a year later now, my dad also, I don't know, he was sick because it got to a point like he couldn't even bathe. Oh, it was so bad.
Don't tell us yet. I mean, now your mom is gone.
Yeah.
Now telling us about your dad. Anyway, we'll come back to you. Let's hear. Wow, that's quite a story. We'll hear more. Let's come to Medie and tell us about your growing up. You said you come from Muranga. How was it growing up?
I come from Muranga, Maragua. It's a town. Tulikuwa tunaishi in town, not in the...
Sio
we call it,
mashambani.
But life wasn't easy, just because it's a town. It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Especially growing up, my mom... Okay, I come from a broken home, completely broken.
What do you mean broken?
Broken, I mean like I didn't see my father and mother together, like bringing us up. Most of the time I would see my mom as a father and a mother at the same time.
Okay.
And at some point she got married, but being the firstborn, so I'm literally not from that home that she has gotten married to.
So she was raising you as a single mother?
Yes.
You didn't know your father?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know my father.
And now she gets married to somebody else who is not your father now?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was quite hard for me, being I'm the our second born is a brother, so for him it was easy living with my mom and now my stepdad. But my mom had to give me up for a friend, not even a relative or anything. And at that moment I remember I was about class 5 hapo.
Yani akakupeana? Kwa nini?
Kwa sababu the home was quite violent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who is violent?
Both of them, I guess.
They were fighting?
Yeah, a lot.
Fighting, I mean, how was it? I mean, like, wanakuja tu anaanza kupigana?
Okay, mwenye alioleka kwake, alikuwa analewa sana.
Okay.
And my mom loved serving God.
Oh, she was born again.
Yes, she was born again, but I think it was just a bad choice of maybe a husband.
Yeah. na ameolewa, so hawakukutana kanisa. Yeye hakuwa anaenda kanisa, the man.
Yeah, the man was not going to church. And then after sasa my mom ameoleka kwa hiyo boma, later on and I find out that there is another woman who was still supposed to be in that home, but ako away. Let's say ako kama Nairobi. And now the child.
So he had a wife?
Yes. And now the child of that man has come to the home, and so it's chaos kind of.
Wow. So where umepeanwa?
Yeah.
Where?
To her friend, my mom's friend, who still lived in town.
Okay.
And hakuwa relative or anything. Actually, my mom alikuwa anamfanyia kazi ya kufua nguo huko. So nikakaa huko na yeye. She took me well, like a daughter in the family.
Yeah.
But I felt like my mom didn't love me enough.
Wow.
Why give me up anyway?
Yeah.
But later on,
was it nearby, like mahali ulipeanwa ni karibu na nyumbani?
Yeah. Not so near. Yeah, but it's a walking distance.
Okay.
And then now I'm in this family. I need to go tell my mom the exciting things that are happening in the house that I am in, but I cannot go. So it felt like she has completely given up on me.
Yeah.
But I didn't know at that point she was maybe protecting me from the violence of that home. It was hard, even going to school, knowing that my mom is still around, but I cannot see her. Yeah.
And this time you're about 12 years, you said?
11, 10.
About 11, 10,
Yes.
11. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So I continued go to school, like a public school, and then going home, I'm not going to my mom. It was hard.
It was very hard. I can see
Yes,
it.
yes, it was very
Because you know
hard.
your mother is somewhere.
Yes.
But you're not living with her, and you don't have your dad with you.
Yes.
And your siblings are living with your mother.
Yes.
Wow, that was tough.
It was tough, but it was also exciting moment of it, because here I can get everything I want. She was a rich woman.
Maybe the repair because they had...
She was a rich woman.
Okay.
I could cook some meat.
Hi.
Eggs. I loved eggs.
Okay.
At that time, I was not taking meat
Okay.
due to some health issues. So every time I'm coming out from school, go take some eggs from the shop and we take together. It was exciting. So,
Okay.
but the thought of maybe I'm making that delicious food that I have been taught by the lady.
Yeah.
Now I want to pack it and go show my mom how I have now learned how to cook and everything.
Yeah.
The thought of going to that home and just finding them fighting.
Wow.
No.
How long did you stay with this woman?
I stayed with her until I was in Form 3.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a long time.
Yes, but at some point, I was able to go home and find my mom. By that time, she had moved from the home, because they could no longer live together.
Okay.
And after a while...
Oh, she left this husband.
Yes, she left.
With her children.
Yes. And now, when she left, she was already given birth to the child of the man.
Okay.
My stepdad now.
So she added another child.
Yeah.
Now you are 4? Initially you were 3?
Yes.
Or of 2?
We were 3
You were
initially.
3. So now there is a 4th one.
Yes, there is a 4th one, whom I thought was the last born. I thought.
Why were you thinking he's the last born? These are not
we
your
were-
children.
We were already struggling as it is. So I had another one. It was...
Did you ever bring it up to your mother? Why getting more children?
She could beat you.
Tachapwa. But you are struggling. Why more children? And we are struggling.
Yes, I was wondering why more children. And to think about how... Okay, at some point in between the class 5 and Form 3, I went back home, because now my mom is living alone.
Yeah.
So I was feeling like I miss home. I need to go home.
Yeah.
But then again, after some years, I went back to the lady. I used to call her my auntie, though we are not related, out of respect anyway. So when I am coming back home, I find we have that little one around 2011. Now that's when she is starting to sit down and everything. And now my mom is single, working, doing some job on her own and not concerned about having more kids. And then I go to school, I come back home, I find another child. Where did it come from?
You didn't see her pregnant?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
I
didn't. At that time now, I was in Form 3.
Maybe she bought the child or something.
Ooh, no, I'm just getting in the house and she says, come and greet your sister.
Oh.
Whose sister?
And she has never mentioned of any baby coming or anything?
No.
Wow. How did you react?
I resented the child.
Wow.
A lot.
Huh.
Actually, until she was maybe 2 years.
Whoa.
I didn't even want to hold her or anything.
Wow.
Because we were really struggling. I'm in school. Every time I'm being sent away.
Because of school fees?
Yes. My brother is also in school. My sister is also in school. all of us basically, we get, if you are coming home today, the other one will go home tomorrow.
Wow.
And now that there is another child, we don't really have enough to eat.
Yeah. Where are you living now? You are renting a place?
Yes, we are renting a place.
How big of a house?
It was 2 rooms, 2 single rooms.
Uh-huh.
One was 700, the other one was 1,500.
Uh-huh. So 2 single rooms.
Yes.
And you're now 5.
Yes.
And your mother,
Yes.
6 of you.
Yes.
How was that? How did you live in those 2 single rooms?
It was it was not easy first, because we don't have even enough bed. If my mom sleeps with the 2 who are a bit smaller, the other one anakojoa, so heri ulale chini.
So there are times you slept on the
Yeah,
floor.
on the floor. Most of the time I slept on the floor because mi sitaki kukojolewa.
On the floor, like you put a mattress?
Gunia. You know, the sacks, the maybe 2, and yeah, just that.
Gunia too? Hakuna mattress?
No.
And you sleep on the
We
floor?
don't have enough for the mattress. So
why not sleep on the sofa set?
we don't have even that one.
You don't have a sofa set?
No, we don't have a sofa set. The only thing we have is a stool. Not even as fancy as this one. Yeah.
1 stool? Or how
2.
many? There were 2. And a table?
Yes, there was a table, but that my mom had made for herself. So again, not so fancy.
She was a carpenter.
Yeah, she was
my.
basically everything in that home.
And
being
1
a
bed
man.
for all of you?
2. There were 2 beds. One for my mother and...
In the same room? So you were
Yes,
sleeping in the same room with your mother?
Yes.
And the other room was
and my
for...
brother.
The other room was for what?
The other room, because it was a bit small, it was for the chicken and the...
Oh, you have chicken here.
Yes.
You have everything. Wow.
It was for the chicken and some tools for going to the shamba, and now the kitchen.
Oh,
The kitchen
there's
at home,
and
yes.
store and everything.
Yes.
So 1 room is where you're staying, all of you, your
Yeah.
mother and all your siblings. 2 beds, 1 for your mother and your little ones.
Yeah.
Sleeping on the floor. Wow. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear more. These girls have gone through so much. But the good thing is that they are smiling today.
Yeah.
I can see the smile. And they'll tell us how did they get to where they are today, that they can still afford a smile and, and where they are today. And Beverly will tell us when we come back. Now the mother is gone. Little one, after 1 month, is left. And she's kind of the mother left with this little one because she's the firstborn. And now she was telling us about her dad. Well, we'll hear more about that when we come back. Thank you, and thank you for joining us.